Sagittarius, hello, welcome to Coffee, Sage, and Tarot. This is going to be your general reading for March 24th through to the 30th. Keep in mind that these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and reverse anything as you see fit, okay? We're going to do something a little bit different this week, and we're just going to shuffle these cards up and ask Spirit to show 3 cards to represent your week ahead, okay? I just find that the 5-card pull was getting a little bit too redundant, taking a little bit long to get to the message, and ultimately that's what we want, is a nice, clear, concise message for you to take with you into the week ahead here, okay? Can you show me 3 cards? Okay, there we go. 3 cards for Sagittarius. That was pretty easy. So we have the King of Pentacles, the Empress, and Death. The reason I flipped this is because my cards were flipped in my hand. Okay. So King of Pentacles, the Empress, Death, and 8 of Pentacles in the shadow here. What sort of transformation are you undergoing? This feels like there has been some sort of achievement, or at least achievement, success, or business mind that has been top of mind for you, Sagittarius. The Empress showing up here, you know, that softer side, a little bit more indulgent here. I'm wondering if you're learning to marry these two moving forward here, like balancing work with play. Or I'm wondering if you're getting to a point where you're allowing yourself to have a little bit more fun because you've attained a certain level of success that you feel isn't going anywhere, right? Let's see 3 cards. Can you explain this King of Pentacles for me, please? Can you explain this King of Pentacles for Sagittarius, please? Can you explain this King of Pentacles? All right, so for the King of Pentacles, we have the 9 of Wands, the Page of Cups, in reverse, the King of Cups right side, and the Fool in the shadow, along with the 6 of Swords. So you are moving away from It's almost like you're putting faith or trust in yourself, and you're not trusting anything that exists outside of you, or something along that. Like you'd rather trust yourself, and you'd rather trust the work that you're putting into it rather than trust the unknown, if that makes sense. Or trust your progress than trust the process, kind of deal. Something about you putting more faith and trust into yourself. 9 of Wands, Page of Cups, reversed King of Cups here. It feels like you're trying to show discipline even in expressing your emotion, or expressing what you want to do, or how you feel. I don't know, I'm getting the sense that like your emotions feel kind of landlocked here, or like you've done so much success-wise, and now it's like, okay, it's hard to figure out where the emotions are, the emotional connection is, or something here. Like you're doubting your cup, maybe? Doubting if there's an emotional connection to what you've been pursuing. Do you still feel the same way that you did before about this level of success? For the Empress here, we have the Five of Cups, Justice, the Nine of Swords, and Six of Swords in the shadow, along again with that Queen of Cups here. So again, this goes back to like, let's trust in ourselves, trust what you have, trust what you have created, trust what's inside of you here in that shadow, okay? Moving towards reconnecting to you, okay? And what you have inside of you and around you. In your immediate clarifiers here with the Five of Cups, Justice, and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I mean, it feels like honestly, it feels like your work doesn't give you the joy and the contentment that maybe it used to, or maybe it never really did. And so you're trying to rectify that in your brain, because it was something that was a deep level of achievement for you, and now you're kind of like, well, this doesn't feel the way that I thought it would, or it doesn't feel the way it used to. And so you're trying to rectify that and find your way back to a center of where you can exist within your domain and within your surroundings and feel content with that, right? I'm also wondering if, and this might be a long shot here, but if for some of you, there was something like an unexpected pregnancy that didn't work out the way you wanted it to. And so you're kind of left dealing with that. Yeah, it just looks like you're not really feeling your best self here, Sagittarius. And you're trying to get back to that. You're trying to get back to that feeling good. But it's not something that is coming easily to you this week. Show me death for Sagittarius, please. Thank you. What was the card that showed up here? Oh, the Fool. Okay, so for death here, we have the King of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles here, along with Queen of Cups in the shadow. And just to clarify here, if it wasn't an actual pregnancy, maybe like a birth of an idea or a birth of something within you, or this idea that really felt really good and it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to, right? And so you're feeling completely just gutted by this, it feels. Moving on to death here with the King of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles here, and the Queen of Cups. It feels like you are trying to get back on track, but you're looking at your version of success in a new way. King of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles. It feels like you're considering something else or considering a new alternative for your king, for that ultimate success here, right? So maybe something happened and it didn't necessarily happen the way you wanted it to, or it really took a left turn, or something kind of slid out of nowhere and you're kind of like, holy moly, I did not see that happening at all. Then you look at that and you're kind of like, or dealing with the consequences of whatever that situation is, and you're kind of like, maybe I really wanted that to happen. Or maybe I had no idea that that was even a possibility, so how can I make sure that this doesn't happen again, right? Either one of that, it feels like what you're doing is, with that death, you're allowing for space for something new to come through to that king, or the possibility of, I really did not want that thing. I want to make sure it has no place going forward. Or I didn't even consider that would be a possibility with my legacy, with what I see for my ultimate success. And now I want that. So how can I organize my life to make sure that has a part of it, right? Or that aspect can be a component to my lifelong success or my path forward, right, in this physical realm. So, yeah, I mean, the fact that the Queen of Pentacles keeps showing up, and here she is in the shadow here, it feels like a lot of work within your surroundings, a lot of work that has to do with your physical world, right? And something that happened in your physical that feels like it kind of threw you for a loop and you're trying to get back on track. The Queen of Cups here showing up feels like you have a certain level of awareness here that perhaps wasn't available or wasn't seen or unveiled when whatever happened, and now you're kind of seeing this through the lens of exploring or coming to terms with how this made you feel, coming to terms with the fact that whatever happened even happened, and either making room for it in your cup or removing these emotions from your cup, right? But either way, there is a level of self-awareness here that is happening along with that death, that transformation. So the transformation feels internal as well as external, right? You feel a certain way about what happened and what transpired here, and you are adjusting your life path to make way for it, to give space for it, or to make sure it doesn't happen. Either way, that change is taking place, both inside and outside, which is a great kind of pairing. I mean, you are Temperance, right? You want to make sure that that balance exists in there. And I think you are getting there, despite how gutted and how rough, perhaps, for some of you this period has been. Okay? Sagittarius, I wish you all the best here. You are making space and doing what you need to do, and that is very clear. You're hard at work getting back to that feeling of feeling good and trusting yourself. And, for all intents and purposes, you are getting there, right? Yeah. So I really thank you for taking the time to take a look at the week ahead here. I wish you all the very best. And we'll see you next time. And let me know what you think of this card pull here. I feel like it does get us to the message quicker from Spirit, but, ultimately I defer to you guys. So you let me know, okay? Take care, and we'll see you next time.